Hey, we're in. Hell yeah. I 100% forgot to get to, oh yeah, looks great. Forgot to get to, Charlian. Let's see. Yeah, I have a bunch of random shit here. What the fuck? Why are people over there? Oh, that's the job I bet for picked up. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. Gridania was going to be pretty busy. Oh well. Let's see. Give me materia. Okay. I will deal with those later when I deal with materia. Same with all this. These can go back here. Okay, and then I've got random shit here I'll figure out later. And the tombstones, same thing, figure out later, and I'm good to go. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm just good to go. Oh, I do want to do this. Let's see. System config. Oh, it's not system, is it? It's UI. Well, I can do this first. Put that back. Then I can also do character config. Hide nearby when close to quest. Hide nearby when interacting. Yes. Cool. Oh, and I also wanted to set it with play the music outside of the game. Cool. Let's go. Hopefully the load-in won't take too long. So I think I decided I don't need... well, I'm going to set the Hearthstone to probably Tuliolal right away. And I don't need to set, like, another teleport here in Charlian. Because I can get to here from... that makes sense. It's better about this, you know, INX. I can get here from Limsa for 300, just like Kugane. Okay, before I take this, let me... I actually don't want to be a machinist. I want to start as dancer. Okay. Repair all. Okay, I need to log in here at work for a second. That's very loud. That's the trash man outside. Again. Alrighty, let me organize a little here. Okie doke. Let us get to it. Oh, it's been a while. Welcome back with this up. I've just had word from Aaronville. It seems he's managed to secure passage to Toral aboard a guild ship vessel. Why don't you wait in the main hall while I go and inform your travel companions? It should only take a moment. That's an odds. Quest accept sound. It's also very quiet. I don't know if that was sound effect or BGM. But I'll turn them both up a little. Oh, we're not voiced yet. Sorry, I gotta change something here. Okay. I don't know if I need this. There we go. Ojika gave us the good news. We've made ready to set sail. The only one yet to arrive is Aaronville. Let's go! Ah, you're all here. It took some persuasion, but the Gleaners Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Toral. There'll be other passengers, researchers and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share deck space. I wonder if we'll see the Scions on board. Music's very quiet. I need to up that. We're not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now is the time to voice them. Wouldn't call it a concern, but everyone's so clear on what we'll be doing. Yes, 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 we know. Not forgot. New ruler, chosen allies are just recapping what we just did. Reconcile, re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting, we hope to learn more about how they interact. Sure, whatever. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. This is the real plot. This is the real plot, is finding Kryle's grandfather, which is very likely to have something to do with Solution 9 and all that shit. As far as we could determine from the oldness of I found, he had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father. Yet, oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation in our archives, and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Thus, for reasons both official and personal, I shall very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. Okay. I go wherever adventure is to be found. Oh, I do think I need to enable DLSS. Let me do that. And I need to up my music. Let's see. First, let's see DLSS. Actually, music's right here. There we go. Graphics. NVIDIA DLSS. Apply. Yes. Hard to really tell the difference just staring at my character, but I'm sure it's there. Eager as they are, the others have already left for the harbor. We're not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. Aha. Oh, here we go. This one's cut, voiced. Pretty sure.
Savoring the moment? I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Do not be so quick to relax.
Okay.
Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels.
That's what it was. That's the Bermuda Triangle analog that's going to be the field exploration area.
Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Bufiswin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off!
Yar.
It's time. I trust you have everything you need?
Let's go.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks. We sail west, as Kettenram did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to our children as the continent of Tural.
Interesting. Fucking Wukulat.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me, Wuklamat!
Okay, okay. No surprises yet. There's Mayor Cydia. Yeah, we're avoiding this area entirely.
Smooth sailing so far?
Aye, so far so good. But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Tural was far, but it's another thing to really know.
It's not as far as
Speaking of which,
Jingashi,
some of our
though.
fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession.
exposed for
Since
me.
we still have a long way
Exposit
to
for me.
go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own.
Sure, sure.
Did you look out across these same waters?
Wait, what did he say? Hang on. I see you in Eorzea before, you great and famous healer. Oh, the simpleton? That, yep. Yep, just like, just like real world. His ship vanished. Interesting. So, I bet you that's one of the things we'll be exploring when we look at the Bermuda Triangle. Fongetane. Oh, interesting. I could technically go below deck.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
She's seasick.
How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick. I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Erenville, you were born in Tural, yes? Do many Vieira live there?
The Shatona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
Zaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name. As for my mother...
Uh-oh. Interesting. We're gonna meet his mother?
We're in the teeth of it now, lads. Reef that sail before the mast snaps.
Arr.
Oh dear.
Only hell without watch. This wind's too strong to take any sail. Man going off the mast. We need help. Get him below decks first. Quickly, before he's washed overboard.
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since.
Ooh.
The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself. Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning.
Fire crystal shielding from lightning? That's interesting. I was not
What an
wouldn't have
extraordinary
expected that.
life she must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease.
I like this sepia tone shit there.
Voklama,
Mixing in
too,
like a diary.
threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress.
Oh my god, she's... oh, she's so green.
By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air? Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground. Ugh. Can't be much farther now, can it?
The boobies.
Seabirds. Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat.
Wait, are we there?
Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliolal's coasts. Come.
I didn't see it in the horizon. I didn't think we were there. I guess we are.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down. Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
Now we get the Dawntrail icon, right? Here it is, yes. This will be the Dawntrail logo. That's a really far distance to actually be using a second boat.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
He said the thing!
Enjoying yourself for a change?
He said the thing!
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
There we go. And logo. That is a ridiculously long distance to, like, have the main ship be. Oh yeah, this theme is so good. Big band is not what I would have anticipated for this city, but I am very glad to have it. Are those Pelopello without their masks? I think those are just Pelopello.
gods. I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
I think I like the night theme of this better than the day theme. This is really chill.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
What? Those are the Hanu
You'll
Hanu?
find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out or...
Cryo.
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
Oh, here, this guy looks cool.
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
It's not J. How did they say the X? Shabral?
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tulihyolal?
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
No.
Good
need
animation.
to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part? Anyway, first things first. I bid you welcome to Tulihyolal.
Not exactly a great scene to do that. It's just a bunch of scaffolding. How do you spell this? Tulihyolal. I can't mount here. There it is. All right, let's get going. That's a good theme. I like that. Sure, old Charlie, that makes sense. Can we get back to Limsa from here is my question. Doesn't look like it. We can only go to Old Charlene. Now it's daytime. While being on solid ground has improved Luke Lamont's mood, her stomach is lagging behind. Time to explore the city and get food. First things first. Oh, I gotta do that. The Third Promise. That must be her nickname. Technically. Yeah, I definitely like the night theme in this place better. It's an odd quest accept sound. Oh, that wasn't the theme. Okay, this is it. I like this song. It's just not my favorite, is where I put it. It doesn't actually sound like it fits the city. Okay, harbor, reefs, coastal waters. Yeah. Much of the incoming traffic is from Dawntrail, southern landmass. Okay. Clans there produce various goods for export. Their wares are unloaded here, carried to the merchants to sell. Bayside Bevy should be our next stop. Cool. Yeah. I know how it works. Can I mount? No. Bayside Bevy, Tullio's largest marketplace. Okay, there's the leave vendor. Fresh fish, imported wares go directly here. Currency, right. Also, Wachumeki Meki. Another market east of here, but that can wait for another time. Okay, so that'll be in like 3 levels. Northwards up the stairs to a certain plaza. This is where we get the aetheryte crystal. Oh, right. Interesting. So he set up the aetheryte here. set this. It's interesting that I can only get here from Old Charlian. It makes sense, but it means that Old Charlian's a little bit more of a hub than Limsa. It really does actually make me want to set some kind of something. I mean, hell, actually, I may not even need to set this place as my home. I may just be able to keep using Old Charlian and then just immediately travel here for free. If it's free, then I'm just gonna do it. Let me double check that. See, I like this part of this song a lot. Way more than the, like, upbeat big band stuff. The smooth jazz sounds great. Travel those. It is free. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep my well, actually no. I'll set my return. Oh, I gotta do this. Shoot. Okay. I'll put my hearth here because I can travel to Charlian if I need to. All this means is I don't need to I don't have to go from Limsa to Old Charlian to get to here. Set as home point. Yes. Okay. We are going this way. Elevation. A lot of narrow winding streets that crawl up the sides of the mountain. As you can see though, the builders made sure the city's main thoroughfares were wide enough to accommodate wagons. Right? Trudging up and down all these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I understand now where Woklamat gets her endless endurance. Yeah, this is kind of far. Okay, this is the area we saw a lot of the people in the media tour stand around. Here we are, Blake Plume Post. I wonder if is that intentional? Usually it would be Plume. The soldiers stationed here are responsible for defending Tuliolal and preserving the peace. The Land's Guard are led by our nation's strongest warrior, and so naturally, Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least until 3 years ago, when Zoralja took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. Oh, interesting. The first promise. Does that just mean like the first child or something? We'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alphano and Alizé should be around here too. Wait, is that another typo? Out. Oh, they should be around to hear it, too. Okay. Skygate, okay. Oh, is this where the big bridge is? Massive. Look at that fucking bridge. Holy shit. On the other side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yakhui. Okay. Which we've seen those. Not quite giants, but... yeah, this is an insane infrastructure. It's literally a suspense bridge. That's serious engineering. Strictly speaking, Tural is actually two separate continents. Yaktural, the southern lands of the mother, and Zaktural, or Jaktural, the northern lands of the father, which lie beyond the bridge. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long, long ago, the two gods fought a titanic battle, and when one threw the other to the ground, the impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. A familiar sounding tale. I am put in mind of the conflict between Highland and Zodiark. But getting back to Zaktural, those lands are also part of the Tuliolal nation, correct? That's correct. Isn't my father incredible? He united the two peoples of two continents into a single nation. The many clans of Tural had been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lands and put a stop to the myriad conflicts that we finally had peace. And that's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace he built. But I see you're more interested in what's behind the gate than hearing about my aspirations. Crossing the bridge to Zaktural requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the Rite of Succession is over. I promise to get you one when I'm Dawn Servant, but until then, you'll just have to wait. I'll hold you to that. I've never broken my word once. I've never broken my word. Once the throne is mine, that travel permit is yours. Okay. I need to start the logging up again. Hang on. Half the city. Yep. Head west towards the Arch of the Dawn. Dirigible landing. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I need to actually edit to turn off chat. I should say yell. Yell and shout. There we go. Okay. The Yakhui Temple. The giants built it to appease the god who slumbers in the great ocean trench. After they withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries, so when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Tural. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city. Passing through the Resplendent Quarter, biggest residential district. Alright. Discuss the palace. Papa's palace is called Volakshunsa, which roughly translates to invincible resilience. You probably want to take a closer look, but we'll be coming back here later. Let's move on for now. The sheer scale of this place is incredible. I wonder what the carving at the top represents. I'm kind of liking the layout of this place so far. Too early to make a full judgment, but... Resplendent Quarter. What manner of people live here? Oh, we have residents from all the Yoctoral clans. Mamulja, Jabral, Pelu Pelu, Moblin, Hanu Hanu. Hanu Hanu, yeah, I was right. We also have Tonawawata, Hitsaro, and Shitona, who moved south from their ancestral lands in Zaktaral. In essence, we are gathering up people from every corner of Taral. A true representation of Tuliolal's diverse character. The adornments on each building contribute to the eclectic cultural aesthetic. It's also beautiful. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. We are going this way. The huge drum. Is that the drum? Big drum there is called the Dawn Herald. They play it for formal occasions, like when honoring the Lands Guard return from a dangerous duty. That is pretty big. I tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin. Earned me a proper scolding, let me tell you. I think that was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. I've never seen such an enormous drum. What would one even use to beat such an instrument? A beaten stick. And here are our dirigibles. Not bad, eh? I hear other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you'll only find balloons in Tuliolal. We have them for the exact same reason as the Aetherites. Koana brought back the plans from Charlian, and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. This was around 3 years ago. Wow, that's pretty quick. Since that time, we've added flights to other settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. But that's enough about dirigibles. The Arch of the Dawn awaits. That's the castle, right? No, it's not. Oh, actually, let me grab this. This is where we'll exit, I'm sure. Oops. This is it, the Arch of the Dawn. When the Giants were still here, it was known as the Dawntrail Land Gate. But when Papa founded Tuliolal, everyone began using its present name in honor of his great achievement. Through this gate is Kozamauka, the wetlands south of the city. Depending on what the right of succession asks of us, we might end up going in that direction. Kozamauka. The name alone is intriguing. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals we passed earlier? The alpaca? Ah, those are alpacas. Fearsome four-legged fiends. Fearsome? They seem quite placid to me. Placid? Placid. You'll learn soon enough, Kryl. You'll learn soon enough. But forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. I'm gonna make a new glam. Once I'm able to get to the inn, I'm gonna definitely make a new glam. I already have in mind what I want. I just need to like get the particulars together. I'm not gonna spend too long on like dyeing it and stuff. If you wish to learn the history of Tuliolal, then look no further. Those stone pillars, you mean? Interesting. The City of Stairs. There it is. Kryl regards the stone pillars curiously. What's special about these pillars, if I may ask? At a glance, they might look like ordinary stone decorations, but if you take a really good look, you'll see there's something much more interesting. Okay, this is what I'm here for. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, I gotta talk to her again? Oh, no. Following event? Okay, sure. Lore time. Set me up. I see the pictures. Pictures. Wait. No, these are glyphs. They seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed Mamulja. Oh, then this must be... Okay, this is the telling of her father. That's right. It follows the exploits of my father, Gulul Jaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Tuliolal Saga. The deeds he performed and the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. So are we gonna have to like go on a pilgrimage to follow what he did? There's no better way to learn how Tuliolal came to be. Study them as long as you like. I shall. Ooh. This is cool. This is a cool new UI feature. Let's see. Lay of the Brotherhood. This pillar tells the Lay of the Brotherhood. It depicts the scene where Papa granted an audience to the foreign explorer Ket. Yeah, something. I can never remember the name. Oh, is that the person that we just learned about that came from Sharlayan? Ketenram. Ah, that's the one. Ketenram's arrival in Tural is what prompted Papa to embark on his own journey. It's said that the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirit, if not in blood, but no one knows what became of the explorer in later years. Ketenram's disappearance is a mystery in Eorzea as well. The records say he traveled between our lands and yours for a while, but then it's assumed he was lost at sea. Something tells me that's not the case. Lay of Reeds. Here we have the Lay of Reeds. This is the story of when Papa visited the Hanu Hanu in their village in Kozamauka. Yep, that looks like a Hanu Hanu. These are good pictures. I can kind of tell what they are. Ah, the people of Alphino almost mistook for Vanu Vanu, if not for the colorful plumage. He spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu Vanu in the Sea of Clouds, so it's no surprise he took an interest in your countrymen. I don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are a bright and cheerful sort. They hold this one festival every year, very famous and a lot of fun. Interesting, so they're kind of like a bird of paradise. Take after a birds of paradise. Lay of Repast? This one recounts the Lay of Repast. As you can probably tell, the figure depicted here is of the Zabral, like me. For decades, the Jabral and Mamulja were at war for control of the forest of Yaktel. The actions Papa took to end that conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in the founding of Tuliolal. There's a clan of Hrothgar in Boja known as... There's a clan of Hrothgar in Boja known as Helions. In their society, the women rule as queens and the men serve as devoted subjects. Yet here in Tyrol, Jabral men and women appear to be of equal status. How dramatically culture can vary with location. Let's see. This one is the Lay of Pots. Oh, this is the goblins. What are they? Moblins. Which depicts the moblins of Kozamauka. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver work they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standard when it comes to gift giving. Clearly, the Vanu aren't the only people with distant Turali counterparts. If you're done with the first half, we can move on to the second. Yes. This is great. I love it. Really good. Lay of Gold. Lay of Gold. The pillar shows one of the Pelu Pelu, whose homeland is in Urukupacha. Having created our currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchant Clan. They oversee Tuliolal's markets, and their traveling peddlers are a common sight no matter where you go in Tyrol. Don't let their size fool you. They might be mistaken as children, but beneath those beaked masks, they are clever and calculating traders. So they're the Lalafell of this region. Lay of Ice. Oh, is that Valagramand? This one is my favorite, the Lay of Ice. It depicts the battle with the legendary Tyrol Vidral. Valagramanda. I should explain. A Tyrol Vidral is a creature that has lived for far beyond its usual lifespan and awakened to preternatural power. So it's ice-based? That's interesting. Tatara described the Far Eastern auspices in a similar fashion. Could this be the same phenomena? Oh, interesting. The Four Lords? Valagramanda itself was dubbed the Sky Ruin, a name earned for the destruction and terror it visited upon Tyrol every time it stirred from its slumber. But 80 years or so ago, its ruinous reign was brought to an end. After a great struggle, Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral and sealed it away in the Urkopacha Mountains. Okay. So we're going to unseal, or it's going to become unsealed, and we're going to deal with it. Despite its reputation, however, Valagramanda is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see its likeness on Tuliolal's national emblem, and adorning the banners at the palace. I thought that's what those were. They're like dragon-looking heads. Lay of Proof. Ah, the Lay of Proof. That big fellow is one of the Yakui, the largest of Tural's peoples. These giants once used their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Yaktural. Having brought the southern reaches to heel, they then turned northward, setting their sights on Zaktural. You'll recall that massive bridge they built beyond the Skygate. Sometime after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned the lands they'd conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Urtkapacha. I've never even seen any of their kind so much as set foot in the city. So these aren't the, like, bug-eyed, Mamuldra or whatever. These are different. Interesting. I don't know if I've seen any... I don't know if these were in, like, any of the images or pictures of the game before now. Like, the media tour and stuff. In the live letter. This was a people with the power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on a mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambitions and their place in Turali history? Yeah, that's an interesting mystery. Blank pillar. This one is unmarked. Papa says he left a blank pillar for the next chapter of Tulialal's history. Whatever that might be. It'll be us. Had your fill of history, then. Cool. I like that. That was really cool. Bum 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 bum. Hungry. Yeah. Yeah, food. Food, 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 food. Taco time. Wow, that's very interesting. People are saying the queues aren't that bad. That's really good to hear. Well, geez, look how long those docks are. Have you ever had tacos? They're a Tuliolal classic. You bake a crunchy shell made of from corn flour and fill it with meat and salad. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they're made here at Jobal Yav Thai best. Oof. And I need one right in front of me right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order with old Brook Evu. Yeah, these names in this expansion are something else. Like, a lot of them I'm actually pretty okay with and I can get, but like, holy shit, both of those? What the hell?
Brook Evo! My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
Did you hear the silver scales are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Oh, that's that Mamuja that was on the boat.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
Silver scales.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Now, to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils.
Oh, but it's foggy.
Oh! Oh!
This dude.
If it isn't the third promise.
Oh, no.
I don't know these ones. New salt.
New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us! Such an honor.
Glory on your name, brother.
And on yours, brother.
Are they called different things? The Mystic and the Mighty. Interesting.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneeveling housecut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiola. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Ha! Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Listen to me, you.
A two-headed Mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo, the Bunewa, and the Dopro. Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubigo and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
The palace it is. I'll let Wuklamart know. Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
Tacos.
So it goes.
More tacos. Okay. So I got that. Did I get this one? I don't think I did. I think this might be the last one. Oh no, I need this one. Bayside Bevy. That's where I am now. Volok Shunsa is there. Wachumeki Meki is over here. Okay. So I'm just gonna go do that now. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Tulilal. This theme is so much better than the day theme. Nope. Will this take me up? Looks like it will. Ah, no. Hopefully I can get over here. Yeah, cool. Okay, this is the last one I need. Yeah, dude, this theme is fucking so good. Much better than the day one. There we go. Did we find out? No. Okay. We're waiting on like the dancer Discord to figure out the timing of where is it? One of our new actions. Not Last Dance. We know Last Dance recast. This one, finishing move. Because its recast is 30 seconds, which is all well and good, but we don't know what the actual like execution time is. So that's what we gotta find out. It could either be 1.5 and share essentially the recast time, not the recast. Basically, standard finish is a 1.5 second recast, so it could share that and be that, or it could be 2.5, just like a general GCD. We don't know. Doesn't say. And according to the theory crafters, if it's 1.5, we're gonna be unhappy. Let's go. The right of succession. So we're gonna learn about what we gotta do. All right. Do we have to fight him? No, I would have said I think a duty. They would give us like a little prompt before we start this. Ah, there's a Stydian! I knew it!
Estinian? When did he get here?
More to the point, why is he here?
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter. Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that woman there.
I'll whoop your ass. Probably not, actually. It's gonna be like Xenos. Something's gonna be like Xenos. They have to.
I see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Taral.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
not
you didn't
sure
use
I
any magic.
understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
That's a little questionable. Strange.
Enough about me, Lamati.
Lamati.
I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Oh, Lamat. Okay.
Oh. When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonesh.
It's Erenville now. That's right.
He is so embarrassed by everything.
I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
What did he say? Aranesh? Something like that? Elenesh, yeah.
Erenville, then. And these others, I assume, are Lamati's recruited allies. Ha! Old-tempered still. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their mettle, the hour of the right is at hand. I will summon the other claimants at once.
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
He's just here to have a good time. He's the one on the vacation. We're gonna have to do a bunch of work, and Justinian's just having his literal summer vacation. That's funny. Yeah, here comes the jackass. This is where we're going to see the other Scions come in defense of the Catboy.
The claimants are assembled. The first promise, Zorolja. The
second promise, Gona. The third promise, Uklamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja. You four will compete in the right of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant.
Yeah. Ricardo Montalban. That read seriously sounds like him.
I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away. And it is time I yield my position.
Is he gonna die?
Mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young. And so I look to the always for inspiration. The rite of succession. The means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulja at all. So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the
Oh, that guy's a
son I
machinist.
sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal.
Oops. That's why the recent tournament offered a place in the contest as a winning
Now
prize.
you have us to compete against.
Sure.
Ah, though it seems the one head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
Our brother was in Shock Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself. To triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yogg-Tural.
Good camera work.
And find the City of Gold.
That's it? Oh, okay.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Gona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
I offer us proof, my unbroken word. For I have seen it with my own four eyes.
Interesting.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyola. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions. And we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City.
I'm curious about who these companions he traveled with were. And I'm guessing we may see them as we go on through the expansion. To the MSQ.
I mean to have you do the same. But in order to achieve victory proper, you'll need to break the seal I put in place.
Interesting. And he sealed it. That's where those tablets come in, I'm assuming. There's 6. Yeah, they're the same tablets we just looked at, yeah. But there's only 6 of them? Oh, that's maybe I just miscounted.
The Tuliyola saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples.
Makes sense.
Step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth.
Those are going to be his party members. It's literally what we're going to do. It's the 8. They were 8 of them. They took on Valagramand. And we're going to... Well, I don't know if we'll meet all 8 before we fight Valagramand, but yeah. Yep. Makes sense.
Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
That seems too easy.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
There's an underlying thing going on here. I'm sure it was conjured up by his like wiser head. This is like a test to root out some kind of like evil faction or something like that.
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this?
There's something else going on.
I do so love your contests, Papa.
I could see it being face value, but at the same time that it seems like that there's some, especially with this second head, there's something else that head person, I think it's the same person technically, knows is developing and going on, and his underlying objective isn't just find the City of Gold, it's, hey, no, go see all of our friends and try and, re-spark the idea that, oh shit, shit's about to hit the fan, we need to band together and take shit on. I think that's going to be what it is.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself.
Yeah.
Giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both. But I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja just successor and be done with it.
The rite of cessation begins now. I'll be watching your progress with great interest. And Clement, remember to collect your tablets before you leave.
That's right. I'm wondering if the keystones are like only one person gets them. I don't think that's going to be the case. That'd be a little too confrontational. I think it's more about everybody has to satisfy the individual things. My guess is this guy's going to like be the bully and bully probably the primary son into giving them the runestones.
You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryle Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time.
He doesn't want to give away the details.
I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request.
Yeah.
Would
That makes
afford
sense.
one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession.
Now, logically, she should now bow out of the for the right of succession and do her own thing. But yeah.
But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Once it's decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, you had best hope... Wow.
Very well, Dawn Servant.
That's a little weird.
On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your Golden City. Thank you for hearing my petition.
Yeah, there's something going on.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galuf.
Was she here? I don't remember what we know of Kryle's childhood, but it does very much seem like she's probably from here, and from what we've seen, probably from Sector 9 or Solution 9. Those people. I really think that's what it's going to turn out to be.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this?
Fuck off.
Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm. Or?
Perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil.
If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now. This may be my last chance to help you withdraw.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
So you are committed to your path? I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
That he knows of the Golden City. Yeah.
Here they come! It's Saralja! Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Saralja. Take heart, tiller of the soil. The Resilion son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Saralja, the first promise and commander of the Landsguard. Saralja, the palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Saralja is indeed the natural child of Gulul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion, common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children. Yet Saralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
Huh.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists.
Is that right? Interesting.
This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace.
Yeah.
You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Saralja, the warmonger.
Cryon, are you alright?
I was reminded about this. When I was watching somebody play through some Heavensward stuff, she can feel like emotions. That's an important thing. Let me pull it back up. Where is it? Kryl, no two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which served to guide the elementals Y'shtola. That's what she talks with, Master Matoya. Talks when she's introducing herself. That's what she mentions to her. And yeah, she can. I don't know if she's like an empath, but she can like sense intentions of people. That's really, really telling, and I think we're going to explore that more here.
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zoralja's
Hell yeah.
ambitions.
That's awesome.
Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire. It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
I wonder if he actually wins and then he starts up the wars and shit goes wrong. That's why we see Tuliolal getting attacked and stuff.
Second promise. You must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier.
The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new.
You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the rite of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
I'm very curious about him. What is his goals and ambitions?
As always.
That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Yeah, I think he may actually be the worst choice for leader.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Sharlian's own studium.
I think he's gonna suffer the same condition that Alphino had in the ARR.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Sharlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
Yeah, they seem to actually make a good team. Like, legitimately. The people's champion.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser Claymans.
I guess he's not the people's champion.
Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliolal. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your deity.
Well said, brother.
The Mamulja finally found peace in Tuliolal. I pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
Can't you sense that?
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he...
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
Exalted as the ruling class and all others forced into subservience. And Wuklamad has the least supporters. Or second least.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, Third Promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
She's got the elderly vote. Okay. Ravaged by war, the eldest among us. Remember that, right? So she's got the old Julie vote.
Apologies. It's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious third promise into your care.
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Of the Dawn's promise. I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Yeah. She's
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
I would kind of agree with that.
It's fine. More than anyone, I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Better? Wuklamat. I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling.
She's just younger, is what it sounds like.
Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone.
Oh yeah, she's got charisma
Having
for damn
cared for
sure.
you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika.
She's got good morals, it sounds like. She's got good charisma, which is both really good leadership qualities.
Well, we ought to be on our way.
She's definitely, she's not overconfident. She's just putting on a face of confidence to mask
Yes,
her
hurry
anxiety.
along. I
She's
await word of your victory with bated breath.
obviously very anxious and about expectations and performing, you know, doing what her duty is, all that shit. We've seen it plenty of times before, but yeah. Yeah, she's like a not a teenager, I guess, but she's literally like a almost graduated college kid or something. God, now it's raining. Ugh. Let's get food. Comparing the tablets against the pillars. Yeah. Can I jump here? Yeah. There we go. I'm guessing I have the Valgamanda one. Nope, guess not. It's kind of interesting nobody else is here. Maybe we're just slow. He's got the Valgamanda one. They are all identical. The only difference being that the tablets have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So now that we've established the scenes are the same, where do we go from here? The Dawn Servant said we were to retrace the path he walked in uniting Tural's peoples, and that we would encounter 7 electors along the way. Then we have to answer here, and then we have the answer here in front of us. Papa's path is laid out in the Tuliolal saga. Yeah, it's we're just going on the pilgrimage. The events the glyphs portray. Do we know the exact locations where they took place? Some of them, it looked like. If one is close, we could go there and search for an elector. That would confirm that we're on the right track. Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in nearby Hanu settlement. We get 2 choices. Papa took me there once. It was during festival season, and the whole village was alive with good cheer. There's also the Lay of Gold. That one involved the Pelu Pelu village, which is about the same distance from here. Before going anywhere, we should ask around about the road ahead. I heard a lot of talk as we toured the city about that storm we passed through at sea. Apparently it ravaged Yogg-Toral several days ago. Since our roads are not as well paved as Eorzea's, they're more susceptible to damage from natural disasters. If we want to avoid wasting time taking a dead-end trail, I suggest we spend a few moments making inquiries. It's information we need. Just leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. Okay. It would be prudent to ensure we're prepared for the journey. I'll guide you to the accommodations I've arranged. Yay, in. Now I can make a new glam. In fact, what I may do is I've got to start work here in like 45 minutes. A little less than that. No, actually 45, yeah, about. And what I'll do is I'll probably pause the stream at that point, make the glam then, while I'm kind of like working / meetings and sending emails and stuff. Oh, that's right. So this isn't a dock. This is like the where all the I don't know what these are called. The houses on the water, like sandals. That's right. The reservation is under Wukamat's name. If you don't mind, I'll lead my companions to you. I'll go and track down the 3rd promise. Once you've finished organizing your gear, you can meet us outside. God damn it, that name. Jabal Yavtai. Greetings, visitors. Welcome to the Ford Cabins. Whenever you're ready, I'll show you to your rooms. Okay. Ooh, cool. That's so cool. It's literally a sandals resort. Okay, I wanted glamour dresser. Although I'm not going to do this now. But I do need to go to the bathroom real quick.